Okay. Oh, I forgot one of the samples. Hey, Brenda or somebody? Yes. I need the poppy, tall poppy sample. Oh, got it. Thanks. Hello, everyone. Humid Connecticut. Yeah, it's pretty ovenish here. It's not actually too bad for partway into July. Thank you. But North Austin, Minnesota. Minnesota. Does that bother you, like when people try to do the accent? Hopefully not. Hey, Kim, I think I just saw you. Kim is in town from the state with the P on it. I'm saying which one. Because there's only one, isn't there? Oh, I don't know. I get so mixed up with all those P's. And you know, I make fun of my oldest because she doesn't know what a city or state is, but then I guess I still have, I guess she got it kind of naturally for me. Though I know Austin is a city and a capital. I'm pretty good with that one. Pittsburgh. Okay, that's a city. Iowa is in the house. Myrtle Beach. Ooh, nice. So we are going to talk about things happening around here. I have a themed live today for us. Brenda and I, oh, I didn't turn my light on. I was like, why did I not feel like someone's shining a light on me? Because they're not. Oh, there we go. Brenda and I think Jen maybe contribute a little bit, and we're doing Texas and Texas things that aren't necessarily say Texas on them themed, and then America themed, because we've gotten so much support from all across America in the last few days. I'm going to do my best to make it through the live. I've had one of those days I feel like I'm going to cry any second now, so hopefully that doesn't happen on camera. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hello, welcome everyone. I'm Michelle from Puppies in Georgetown, Texas. As most of you know, we had a weather event in the last few days that has been very devastating, and it's amazing. It's sad. It's amazing what has come out of it in just a few days. I think one of the biggest things that I saw that I just couldn't believe, I know that we all, when Asheville went through this last year, we all, across the U.S., Angie, like, was a star, and everybody was a star, and, you know, so many quilts went that way and all of that. Well, Asheville is here now. So they have driven cross country. Beloved Asheville has driven cross country to help us. And to me, like, that is just, I mean, that just shows that politics aside, everything aside, we're all good people at heart. And like, that's just amazing to me that they're still reeling and recovering from that, but they're here to help us with what we're going through. So, I want to start off with, we are going to have a sale. It's not going to be a huge one, but 20% of all the proceeds of today's sale will be donated. I've got some links that I'm going to throw up there, or I'm not. We're going to throw up on the, I don't know that I can, oh, actually I can. I know, I'm not throwing up. I'm not throwing up, and I'm trying not to cry. So yeah, make me laugh, Brenda. Brenda's good for that. So there's a couple of organizations. There's one, so Williamson County and Travis County were hit fairly hard on the 5th, including Liberty Hill, the neighborhood my sister, that we own land in with my sister, that my sister's house is in. Her house is fine. She's way up on the hill, overlooks everybody. But the South San Gabriel River, which is the one that overflowed, runs along the north side of our property. There in that subdivision, there were at least 10 houses that had 5 feet of water in them. My daughter, my oldest, has been able to be down there helping clear. My husband and son were able to go. So Liberty Hill was one of the harder hit areas, and they have been outstanding. I mean, everything's been outstanding. But there's a couple different organizations that we're going to send links up, and they're right now what most of the organizations are asking is they have enough stuff for right this second. They can only store so much. They need funds. And so these 2 organizations, one of them is Williamson County, and it'll direct you to other organizations. So if you wanted to donate towards the pets and everything that's had to be done, the Georgetown shelter had to be cleared, and had to be taken to another shelter where literally they're just doing what they can to keep everything going. They're way over capacity. You've got I talked to Kathy, well, I emailed with Kathy from Creations. Those of you that are in our area, we knew and love Creations. They retired a couple years ago, but they are in Kerrville. Creations is in Kerrville, or was in Kerrville, and they are doing okay. Which I was very glad to hear. But she gave me a link of a kind of a community. It's called communityfoundation.net, where they are vet everybody. Because that's the other thing too, is I don't want to give you guys links and there's so many scams out there. So we're going to post a couple of links for places that we know will have good links. If you're able to donate money. And then we are going to accept quilt donations. So completed quilt donations. At this point, with everything going on, I don't really have the bandwidth to quilt a whole bunch of quilts. But if you have completed quilts that you are able to bring to donate, I mean, everyone from the victims to the first responders, like there's going to be such a need. We are going to be a place, and we will literally drive them wherever they need to go. So if you have 1 or 2 that you just were like, I've just been hanging on to this, I don't know who it's for, you know, you can bring it to us anytime. We're open. We're starting a shelf of them basically for right now. And then we will get those out. So we will be doing that. Right now, we are not doing any type of canned food drive, essentials drive. Poppy's is not doing that. Right now, we're being told they've got too much. So the other thing that's going to happen, and Asheville knows this, is, you know, weeks down the line, months down the line, they're still going to need help, and that's where it all falls off. So we are going to try to do something this fall that will help reboost, and that at that point we'll see what the needs are, and we'll do actual physical donations of things besides quilts. But for right now, we are just going to do, at Poppy's, we are going to take quilt donations, and ask that if you have some spare change to donate to one of these great organizations, and we're going to provide those links. There also, the other thing that is going on, and I don't know where the green comes from, but green is like the color, and green ribbons are being put on trees for the families affected and stuff. So if you want to do something just small, go put a green ribbon on your trees out front or something. Okay. All right. Yeah, Shell, I emailed those to you probably right before I got on. So in case you haven't seen that email yet. And then once again, Poppy's is donating 20% of the proceeds, from this live sale tonight. I've got some things to show you. If you have other things that you were looking at in our store or through our Comment Sold store or a regular store, everything from tonight through midnight, let's say, we will send to the groups that need the money. It was the color of the Mystic Lamp. Thank you, Kathy. I did not know what the green was for. So yes. So I don't want to, I like these to be happy and not sad. So we tried to go like bright and cheerful. Sunflowers always brighten me up. So that's what's behind me. We've got some sunflowers. I've got some Texas themed stuff to show you, and some fun stuff and some new stuff and some old stuff and just stuff. And that's just it. It's just stuff. If you have extra generators, or I guess my daughter sent Sam kind of a list of things. I mean, that kind of stuff, they are the chainsaws, because there's trees down everywhere. Time to, like, they just showed up down at the houses in their subdivision and just started helping. So you have to be careful where you do that, because not everywhere can handle that. Especially if they're still search and rescue right now. So thank you everyone for all the concern you guys, all the messages you guys have sent us, all the positive thoughts you've sent our way. It is been hard. It will continue to be hard, but I know that at the end of the day, the good of people is coming out in this, with all the help that has had. There are, and the links that I'm going to send you, there's places to go sign up to volunteer to help physically. So there is definitely manpower needed. I mean, like my daughter's been doing, they've just been pulling drywall off to help air out, so that hopefully those houses don't get mold, because the other thing that's the problem is a lot of them don't have flood insurance because they weren't supposed to be flooded. And flood insurance in Texas is not something that's automatically part of your homeowner's insurance. And so they are going to have to do a lot of these repairs and stuff themselves. So the least amounts they can have mold and stuff, because that's the other lovely thing about Texas is mold grows really fast in this weather, in this humidity. So thank you for all your guys concerned, and I'm just going to move on to the stuff for the live, because I think I made my little announcements, and thanks for joining in. So we had to start with our favorite Texas sticker, and that is just sweet little, looks quilty. It's by Sassafras, I think. Love this sticker. I have it on like my computer, and I should put it on my drink. I probably will do that. So that is sold 095. Yes, Peggy, it is, but I think the good is always there. It just really comes out during times like this. And then we have Made in Texas sew-in labels. So I thought those were cute. There are 8 labels in here. One side is the Texas. They're in gold. And then the other side says Made in Texas. That is sold $0.97. Little hearts, because these you just sew into the binding. They're nice little labels. They're really well made. You can sew it into the binding. You can sew it into... Oh yeah, James Avery is donating a good portion of the sales of the Texas. So James Avery is a Texas-based jewelry. That's where most of my jewelry comes from. And they have a silver Texas with a heart in it, and they're donating that. That was Brenda. Just all right, $0.98. I mean, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of ways you guys can give. Kathy. You were here yesterday, Kathy? Oh yeah, I wasn't here yesterday. All right. Every stitch is done with love. How cute is that? P178. That is the label. Sorry, 099. The P178 is the actual that. So these are cute. There are 8 labels in here as well. And again, you just sew them into the binding as you're sewing your binding, and they're there. Sam is good. Kay is good. There's some, yeah, Paula, maybe go back and watch the beginning of it. We're going to put some links up of some places to volunteer time or money. And then we've got, hold on. All right. So I thought I would mix it up too. So I had to like put the live together, which I don't usually do. Usually either inventory person does it and or Sam does it. And so I had to go read the SOP. Do you guys know what an SOP is? Standard operating procedure. So that I knew how to even like list the things. And I was like, you know what, I'm doing this. I'm gonna switch things up because usually the quilt behind me, we don't show it till the very end, but guess what? Sold 100 is this gorgeous quilt behind me. It is bright and cheerful, and that's why we picked it for today's. It is sunflowers, and then other beautiful colors. It is hexagons, but it is not, there's no Y seams because of the way you put it together. This quilt is 55 by 65, and it's called Sunlit Garden Quilt. It's just a good, I always love it when we have different measurements. It's somewhere around 55 by 65 because this says it's 57 by 64. So it's a throw size quilt. I guess I'm gonna have to measure that and update our label. But sunflowers, I don't know, they just kind of bring hope. Ooh, yeah, putting these labels in like when you're making pouches or backpacks or that kind of stuff is fun too. So that sold 100. Sold 101 we meant to have on last week's live and has nothing to do with Texas or anything, except that Karen's coming. So Karen's coming soon. This is her ruler. Or this is a ruler she uses all the time. This is actually not her ruler because it's CGRM. That's not Karen's initials. I don't think it's hers. Anyways, we have two open. Do you see how they're open? The plastic split on them. Well, we can't really hang those up and sell them as new, even though they're brand new. So these two are 25% off. I only have two of these. Sold 101. They're the small quick trim and circle ruler. There are like 100 uses for these rulers. They are so functional, and with every creative grid ruler you get, see, this still has a packaging, so you still have the QR code. There's video by the maker on different things to use it for. There's always some free patterns there. So I've got two of these. We're calling them open box because the packaging is split on them. And then, all right, this one just reminds me of Texas because, I don't know, you all think we ride horses to work every day. So this is a cuddle kit. It comes with the fabric for the blanket because it can be done as a blanket. You do not need to quilt this. You do not need to put batting, though they did put batting in it, but if you're going to wash it a lot, and then you would need to quilt it. But you could just do it as just a blanket, not a quilt. And look how cute the little, and it's just like just right size for a little one in your life. And then it also comes with the fun book. Oh my gosh, look at that. And so it has the different sounds the animals make. There's nothing more Texan than a cow and a horse and a red tractor. So this is a kit. It comes together. It's everything's in here. The book, we did put batting in that as well, just to give it some oomph. But you just basically, it's a panel that you cut up and sew together. So it goes together really good. Hello, Miss Jen. Some people ride horses to church. I'm sure they do. They'd be sweating like a pig unless they've got an air conditioner on that horse. They're sweating like a pig. I totally did not mean to do that. All right. I've got some end of bolts pieces. And so the first one is, if you guys are making bags or something, this in our form is awesome. It's about the thickness of Soft and Stable. One side is fusible. That's exactly what it is. It's for bag making. It's for little zipper pouch making, big other thing making. But it's a kind of a stabilizer that helps give some weight to your bags. Then I've got sold. So as I was going, I have two piles of end of bolts. And the second, usually we try to put like all the wide backs in one. Yeah, there's a couple wide backs in the other one because I didn't realize they were wide backs until I got to them, and then it was too late. So we usually do wide backs last too, so I decided to do them first. So the first one is Free Fall. This is 1.5 yards of Tula's. This colorway is Blossom, so it's kind of a purpley that's got a little pink tinge to it with her mint green, and then it's Free Fall because it's got her birds in it. And that's 1.5 yards by 108 because it's a 108. That is sold 104. Sold 105. I've got actually 2 different pieces of this. I've got a 2-yard piece and a 2.25 yard piece. Sold 105 is the, hold on. I can't tell which one's which. You guys can see it in the description. One of them's 2 yards and one of them's 2.25. So this is, I bet this is the 2.25 one. So this is from Sunshine and Blue Skies, which is what we would like to see from here on out, is some sunshine and blue skies, which we got today, and then it started raining with the sun out. It was very random. So I have 2 pieces, at least 2 of those in that colorway. And then I also have it. So there's a bunch of you that we did a bunch of brown bags in this, and you may not have already gotten your backing. This would probably be a good size for your brown bag at this point. Sold 106 is the 2-yard size of that, I believe. Oh, all my friends are on. Hey, Lodetta. Okay. And then we have sold 107 is the blue colorway version of that. So Sunshine and Blue Skies. This is a 2-yard piece by 108, so 72 inches by 108. I've got a couple of those available. We're trying not to pull too many end bolts for tonight, but we have a few. All right, and since I told you it's going to be Texas themed, if you're just joining us, we're donating 20% of our proceeds of today's sale. I'm also planning to put together like a bigger sale. I've really been wanting to do like a whole bolt sale. We haven't done one of those in a while, and I've got some whole bolts that would love to find a new home. So watch for that messaging too, because we will do a portion of those that donated as well, but we're donating 20% of our proceeds today. Sold 108 is our Texas through and through quilt kit. Now this is a 60 by 63. This is an exclusive pattern for us for this year's Shop Hop fabric. The really lovely thing about this is it has the Texas panel in there, which is really hard to come by at this point. We do not have it separate. We only have it in the kits that we have left. But this is just a good throw size. It has a boot with like longhorns with yellow rose fabric. It's got, you know, the panel. It's got stars for Texas. Really cute. That is sold 108. And then now we get into kind of our Americana, because we love the support we have seen from all across America. And my favorite little Lori Holt puzzle. This one is, I don't know how big it is. Where's the information? 500 pieces, and it is 22 by 22. So a little bit challenging. 22 by 22 is not too big for 500 pieces. That one is sold 109. And then we've got our Star Spangled quilt kit. This one is 67 by 77. And it is Moda. So everything in here you need to make the top, the binding, the pattern is in here, not the backing. We can help you with that though. If you want help, just message us on your order and we can help you find backing for it. We've got plenty. Home of the Brave Cuddle. So this one has a gorgeous eagle. You can kind of see him peeking out. So this is a cuddle kit. It is a panel. So that is what the quilt will look like. The way these are done with Shannon, this one does not include the backing because it's one of the bigger ones. But it's a quilt as you go, so you don't need to get it quilted afterwards. You can just do it as you're putting it together. We do recommend using batting on that. And the Minky just sews together so nicely. And someone was in here just a little bit ago, I'm not gonna, like, she's gonna post the quilt. The quilt is absolutely adorable. It has a lot of Minky on it. She decided she was not gonna do Minky for the binding. She'd had enough. She'd had enough. But it's wait till you guys see it posted in the quilt community. So Poppy Quilt community, if you're not part of that, go get part of it. I know I owe you guys the finish it up from June. We forgot again until literally I was signing on when I messaged Sam, who's on vacation, to say, I don't have the names you promised me. All right, so here's some endo bolts. Sold 112. For sure, we will get you finish it up by next week. That's part of the Poppy Quilt community. So this one is 1 7/8. I love this because can you see that? It looks like the fabric is waving. It's just very Americana. It was the end of a bolt on that one. And then here's one of our 108s that I didn't realize was 108s. This I would just use it in a regular quilt because it's a 5/8 yard piece, or you could get a couple bindings out of this, would be good. It's 108 thatched in navy. Sold 113. If you haven't commented on today's post, please go comment on today's post so that I will be doing a drawing at the end. You have to be present to win. This is deep black, 1 2/3 yard piece. This is not wide back, it's just regular because I can't be consistent today. 1 1/4 yard piece of radiance yellow, which looks so nice with a lot of the stuff we're doing. 1 1/4 yards of that. That's regular as well. This next one's in wide back. Sorry guys. Yes. Sold 116 is 108 grunge basics in Manila. And this one is 1.5 yards piece. So you have 54 inches by 108, and it's just grunge Manila. So just a nice, you could use, you guys know you can use backing as a background, but if the background calls for 2 yards, you don't need 2 yards of a 108. There's not a real math conversion, but you need less, but not quite by half. No, more than half, because 45, 90 inches would be half. So yeah, so if it said 2 yards, 1 yard would be plenty. Yeah, you can do that math. We've got Ink Perfect Carbon Edition. This is, oh, I thought this was, it looks really good with the Tim Holtz that I have next, but it's not. It's Art Gallery. Ink Perfect. It's kind of got grays. It's got a little touch of a kind of a smoky pink and a little bit of like cream in it too. And then I've got, oh, that was sold 117. And then sold 118 is a Tim Holtz Gears 1.25 yards piece. So this is one from his palette. This is the neutral, from the neutral palette. It's funny on the camera, this shows up, but can you see? It kind of just mutes into kind of a gray until you get up close, and then you get see those wonderful gears that he's put on there. All right, I think you guys have probably, if you're on social media or email, you have seen a lot about Quilt Scouts, but I wanted to just bring it here. Sam talked about it last week. We got the essential bundles in. If you're going to join our Quilt Scout group, it's free to join with us, but you have to be part of the national group, and there is a fee for that, a monthly fee. I mean, it's dues. It's like Girl Scouts. You had to pay dues when you're in Girl Scouts, so you have to pay dues. This lady that is doing it, I think her name's Megan, she is putting out all this content. I mean, it's her, and you're earning badges and all kinds of stuff. So the essentials bundle has a little booklet, And then it's got a patch, it's got another patch, it's got a sticker, it's got 2 stickers. So if you're gonna participate with us, that is not required, but it is fun. So that is sold $119.
Hey, Michelle.
Yep.
Take out the Quilt Snap badge. Open it up and take it out. It is such a nice badge.
Yeah, no, these are good quality. I can't because somebody put the sticker over the thing. The badge is very nice quality. We promise. They're really well done. I wasn't so sure, but yeah, she's put a lot of thought into this, and it's being done very well. All right, then, you know, we're Poppy Quilt and Sew, so I had to bring out our Tall Poppies quilt. We've only got a few of these kits left, and I do not think we can kit it again. So this is basically a jelly roll quilt, a 2.5-inch roll quilt, and then you applique poppies on top. And poppies are the flower of remembrance. And so I just thought it was really, and we used Hot Fix, so we didn't even sew around the edge of all of those, and they're fine. We haven't quilted it yet either, but someday it'll get quilted after we're probably done selling kits. But what's nice is the kit is just a 2.5-inch strip roll. They put theirs like this instead of in a roll. And then a couple of fabrics to make the poppies in the background. And then of course the binding is in here as well. So my favorite, y'all know because we've now had it in the shop for like a year and a half, and I keep finding different projects to make with it. This is wildflowers. Wildflowers are a huge thing here in Texas. Bluebonnets, of course, would be my favorite. Poppies would be a second in favorite, but bluebonnets would still hold my heart. This is Rainbow Ombre. This is a running yardage, but we treated it like a panel. And then this is just a quick, easy kit. 56 by 68, so just a nice throw size. And I always love when I can get stuff done with our name on. So Villa Rosa, who makes the little $2 cards, we have these with our name on it and our picture. That's our quilt. So love it. But you have everything you need in here to make the top and bind it. You will need backing, of course. You little bees, little chubby bees, some chubby bees. All right, we have a couple of half packs. Now half packs come with a pattern of your choice included. You pick, so either pick as you're checking out, put it in the notes, or we will call you and ask you which pattern you want. Had a couple of Texas themed ones. The first one is the Cowboys half pack. How cute is that? It's not the Cowboys half pack. That is the Cowboys half pack. Sold $122 is the Cowboys half pack. It's like old school Wild West, but really cute. I think it would be so much fun for a throw quilt in a cabin or something. And then sold $123 Western View half pack. So this is the Western View line, and you've got, you know, look there, you've got saddle, feathers, I can see a horseshoe there, just fun. And Brenda's so great about putting together gorgeous colors and blenders to go with these. That is sold $123. If you are on Facebook and just joining us, you need to type in register, and then it'll let you purchase. And then by purchasing, you do like sold space 124. If you are on our app, you just have to click on the thing. It's much easier on the app, and it'll add it to your cart. Sam, did you miss anything good? Yeah, everybody was saying all really nice things about Jen. Or not. But yes, must be nice to be on mountain time. I did. You know what I did? I worked on Catch Me. All right. Backyard barbecue quilt kit. Wait, I have a sample of this one. So look how cute that is. This one is just a quick, fun one to put together. Okay, somebody liked the pigs earlier. Look at these pigs. They're all over the place. Oh, it's so fun. Okay, this is the quilt. So these, of course, that's not applique or anything. That's a panel that you cut up into pieces, and then you just put, I mean, this one goes together so quick. Really quick. Backyard barbecue quilt. Sold $124. And then Brenda thought this was like just really like a good start over, refreshing. I forget how she put it earlier. It made total sense to me then. But we've got the Autumn Breeze quilt kit. So this is more autumn-ish. It's got some chickadees in it. They're so cute. It's just refreshing. Huh? Oh, Daybreak. Farmer's Daybreak. So it's like starting over on a new day. So you've got your gorgeous teals with your oranges and golds and
show them the shadows moving across, or the sunrise right here.
Huh, yeah. So they did, this is a fun pattern too. We have this pattern separate. It's a good for a panel where you can put like 2 different focal fabrics in that border. So see how this one's darker and then this one's lighter. It's a cute little. So that is this pattern here, 43 by 61. So again, throw size. So just to recap, you guys can go back and watch the live. We are going to post links to how you can help, places where you can help that we know will not steer you wrong. Poppies is going to, or is a collection point for quilts, finished quilts. You can mail them to us. You can drop them by however you want. This will be an ongoing need, not just something today. And so we will be a good place to gather those and then get them donated. We are donating 20% of today's this evening's sales to the organizations that we will be linking to just help a little bit what we can. And that's, I mean, this is like the shortest live I've done. I made it through it. I only had a couple of tears, so that was good. I did not throw up. I said throw up. I did not throw up. But can you guys hear the peanut gallery? They're yelling from behind. So appreciate all of you, and you know, go home, hug your family and friends, which is so funny because people know I don't do hugs very well. I have issues with my back and it all stems from that. But anyways, you know, hug everyone. Hug everyone. Okay, don't go hug strangers in the grocery store. That might not go over well. That's the other thing. I know that H-E-B, like, you know, H-E-B is such, so H-E-B is the store around here, the grocery store, and people like to think they're this big Goliath thing that doesn't, and I don't think anyone ever says they don't care, but they were the first ones down there. They were the first ones down to Kerrville with lines of trucks, to just load it up and went. So they are also doing, oh, drawing, thank you. Yes, drawing. They are also doing at the register. So if you are local and you have H-E-B at the register, you can donate just with your groceries, $1, $3, or $5. You know, a little bit goes a long way when they're pooling resources. So anything anybody can do would be awesome. I'm going to the drawing now. That's why I'm not looking at you guys. I'm looking at this too. I swear they change this website every time. Sam would tell me, no, that's not true, but it seems different. I always seem to get in there differently each time. All right, today, there we go. There's our load comments. You have to be present to win. Oh, this is for a $10 comment sold cash. And then if you guys are part of Quilt Sensational, go over there. Jen has been posting daily. I know we've added some links too, just like some, like, maybe it'll cool you off looking at the Karat. I'm gonna start taking your stuff out of there. Karat, are you on? I think I saw you on earlier. You are the luckiest person I have ever known. I'm gonna have you go buy me lottery tickets. You probably wouldn't, but Karat, are you on? $10 common soul cash. Let's see. And it takes like 28 seconds. I have not seen her yet. I have it running again in case she's not on. I know her friends are like messaging her right now. Get on! Hold on. Yeah, see, there she is. And she'd show up. All right, Q. You have, if anybody doesn't follow Karat's Facebook, one popped up today of this gorgeous quilt that she did. It blows me away every quilt she does. So, oh no. Facebook is always our friend. C&T calendars, yes, and it's probably should be in the Common Sold store. So if you want to just combine it with stuff from today, you can. We charge $9.99 shipping. If you spend over $100, it's free shipping. If you spend $60 here and $40 on our website tonight, just message us in your order. We'll get you credited back we'll get you credit for shipping charges. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we still have C&T calendars. So, I think that's all I got. I'm going to sign off for tonight. Thank y'all for joining. We will post as we have other things, we see other needs, but for right now, just keep sending positive thoughts this way. We appreciate it. Bye, y'all.